もしもし。
What's up, everyone? I am the Kaiju no Kame from the Toku and Animation News Network, and this is another glorious Halloween month. Another year, another October. I am done with the Halloween franchise. So what should I start now? How about the Ju-on series? Yes, sounds good to me. So let's kick off Halloween month 2023 with Ju-on the Curse. Born in 1972, director Takashi Shimizu found himself intrigued by the horror genre and ended up working on a few brief segments for a television series called School Ghost Story G, which is where he introduced the ghost of a child and that of a young woman with wicked body contortions. The segments were popular with viewers to the point that Shimizu ended up featuring those characters in a pair of full-length direct-to-video feature films. He titled the series Ju-on the Curse, and it revolves around a haunted house where the inhabitants will chase down anyone who steps across their threshold until they are dead. It was such a simplistic concept, and yet one that managed to frighten audiences. After all, there is nothing worse than becoming haunted by a ghost, all because you innocently walked into a house. The duology was such a hit it launched an entire franchise spanning theatrical films, internet movies, books, a crossover spin-off with Sadako from the Ring series, and even several American adaptations including a Netflix original television series. Though, let's just ignore that one, for it completely retcons the entire story of Ju-on. One of the most intriguing aspects to Ju-on is that none of the stories progress in linear fashion. The series revolve around several characters with overlapping narratives that may take place before or after another's tale. It sets itself apart from other horror films for this very aspect, making it the standout as the king in the sea of J-horror. Well, that puts a lot of pressure on Ju-on the Curse. Does it live up to that statement, or was Shimizu's first entry a miss? Let's find out. The characters and plot. The main characters, as they are, is the Seki family. We've got the father Takeo, the mother Kayako, and their son Toshio. At some point in their lives, Takeo discovered his wife's obsession with Toshio's school teacher going back to college and believed the teacher to be Toshio's true father. Takeo's mental health descended into madness, which resulted in breaking his wife's neck while drowning both their son and their cat, kickstarting a never-ending circle of rage and death. This resulted in Toshio's ghostly soul being merged with the cat, so he often haunts people while meowing at them. Of course, Toshio is not really a malevolent ghost. That is his mother, who had her vocal cord snapped with her neck, leaving her with a vicious reverberation to signal her arrival. Anyway, our first film revolves around 6 major stories, titled Toshio, Yuki, Mizuho, Kana, Kayako, and Kyoko. In Toshio, Toshio's teacher, Shunsuke Kobayashi, comes to the Seki house concerned for Toshio, as he has missed school for the past several days. There, he finds an injured Toshio and does his best to watch over him while waiting for Takeo and Kayako to return. I'm sorry, but as a teacher myself, I don't get paid enough to become haunted for a student who doesn't come to school. That's what other people are there for. Yuki follows the tale of a woman tutoring a girl named Kana. Kana's family now lives in the former Seki house, so you know things are going to go awry. Yuki hears strange noises from within the house, but seems to be the only one, so she ignores them. Kana has to leave to feed the rabbits at her school, leaving Yuki alone with her brother Tsuyoshi. Soon, even Tsuyoshi runs off to meet up with his girlfriend, and Yuki finds herself in a dire situation. The next story, Mizuho, revolves around Tsuyoshi's girlfriend. Mizuho is waiting for Tsuyoshi to leave the school building when she is informed no one is in the school. The teacher has her wait in a room where Toshio has some fun. After Mizuho comes Kana, which sees a pair of detectives pondering a recent case where they found a deceased girl and a jawbone.
顎のない状態で人間が生きてられるか?
We get to meet Kana's mother and the horror she has to go through thanks to her daughter's jaw-dropping performance. We also do get to learn a bit of backstory on Kayako through her tale, which continues where Toshio left off, along with having one truly messed up ending for Kobayashi.
Kobayashi-kun.
Finally, Kyoko revolves around a spiritualistic sister to a real estate agent who is trying to sell the Seki house. He asks Kyoko to come with him to determine if the house is really haunted or not, which leaves her in a lot of pain. Each story is truly invigorating and most of the characters have you in suspense wanting to see their fates. Given the way this franchise works, you know there is never going to be a positive outcome for each victim, but just still try to find a little glimmer of hope that each person is going to survive. Especially those who have done no wrong. It's ingenious. Like all poor Yuki did was be Kana's tutor. Mizuho was Tsuyoshi's girlfriend. What did they do to incur Kayako's wrath? Nevertheless, ya can't help but enjoy their tragic ends. I also should mention the great performances of these actors. Ryota Koyama is adorably creepy as Toshio, while Takako Fuji's body contortions take Kayako to a whole new level of scary. Matsuyama is a prolific voice actor who has been featured in many an anime and a few Toku shows.
これ女の子ですね。
We've also got Yurei Yanagi as Kobayashi, Hitomi Miwa for Yuki, Chiaki Kiriyama plays Mizuho, Asumi Miwa and Kazushi Ando portray the siblings, and Yuko Daiki finishes the film off with Kyoko. Toku fans might recognize Yanagi for he was Daiichi's dad in Ultraman X, along with being in the first two Ring films.
どうしたのこんなところで。先生今日はね、君が全然学校に来ないから心配になって顔見に来たんだよ。
The effects and music. Given this film was recorded as cheaply as possible and on videotape, it is amazing at what Shimizu was able to accomplish. Even remastered in HD, you can tell the source is from a videotape due to its soft nature. However, whereas some movies may be hindered by this outcome, Ju-on the Curse revels in it. It helps bring a sense of style to a gritty world where all are doomed. While the budget was low, Shimizu clearly knew how less is typically scarier, with how much of the film relies on tension and build-up rather than some big gore effect or some sort. The goriest bit really does rely on Kana's final moments, with an exceptional makeup job that makes it appear as if her jaw has actually been removed. Another solid decision was in the execution for Kayako and Toshio, as their presentations were based on Buto. For those of you unaware, Buto is a type of performance art where a person covers their body all in white and typically dances through body contortions. It's a very unique style that has a horror feel to it, which is why it works so well for our Seki ghosts. The soundtrack was composed by Gary Ashiya, who effectively enhances the creepiness with his musical tones. It's a subtle soundtrack that doesn't overshadow a scene, as it fits rather well with what is occurring on screen. Ju-on the Curse was a fantastic premiere to the horrors of the Seki family, and goes to show that one messed up day could ruin the lives for countless others. If you have never seen it before, it is definitely worth checking out. Until next time, bye!
What's up?